This is by far the cheapest all-in-one computer I could find at Best Buy. It was like half the price of the next tier up. And in today's video, we're gonna do some horrendous gaming on it. The performance mode is trying real hard to get Fortnite running on this system. But first, today's video is sponsored by the Lexar NM790. Now available in up to 4 terabytes, so you can cram it full of as many anime dating sims as you can imagine, you weirdo. It may be DRAM-less, but it doesn't stop it from blazing speeds, making it a fast and affordable way to add a whole bunch of NVMe storage to your system. And it's compatible with the PS5, making it nice and versatile. If that sounds good to you, check out the link in the video description. Thank you Lexar for sponsoring today's video. Now, for those of you that don't know, an all-in-one computer is basically just a monitor with some Chromebook hardware glued to the back of it. You can think of it like a Kirkland brand iMac. You know, the kind of thing you buy for your grandmother, so they can spend 8 hours a day playing solitaire on it and getting scammed on the internet. But in today's video, we're gonna see what else Granny can play on it. Ooh, I think this may also count as a full gaming setup because of the e-waste peripherals. Ooh, it's a Lenovo Essential Keyboard and Mouse Combo Gen 2. Ugh, the keyboard's got like a mouse scrotum. Although excitingly, the mouse testicle seems to be wireless. Fancy. Whoa, I think this is gonna be my new main gaming mouse. It looks like a beast. Jokes aside, it is awesome that it comes with batteries. Although on the flip side, it means it's not rechargeable, which is a lot less awesome. I feel like that is some very necessary plastic use. Why couldn't they just package it like that? Some more plastic, very nice. Aw, it's so nice of them to include instructions on how to put batteries in the peripherals for all of the grannies that are gonna buy these. Oh yeah, that is a beast. Just add some stranger grease and it'll feel like you're at your local library. Ugh. It uses an external power brick. That's so annoying. Although it is 90 watts, so this system clearly isn't messing around. It is tiny. Oh, it's so cute. It does really look like a system your granny would buy. It's even got like a little storage pouch here for knitting needles. It's got this little pop-up webcam thing so that it's, you know, your granny can hide her identity while she's being scammed on the internet. It's low enough that there's no way for you to ergonomically interact with it. That's very on brand. It's actually got a good range of movement so you can comfortably look down at it. It's quite a sturdy thing, shaking the table, and there's not much display wobble, which is pretty cool. Let's turn it around. Wow, it's actually really heavy considering how small it is. Around the back, it's nice and stylish. You can see we've just got this single like metal strut that keeps the display up. We've got some usable I/O on the back. Here is a sticker that gives us a hint at the power of this system. That feels like it wants to come off, but at the same time really doesn't. I then spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to pry the flap off, but we got there eventually. Oh, there we go. What this is that the higher end model has like a DVD drive in here. So this just covers up the empty space for that. You may actually be able to buy it as an add-on accessory later. I'll see on Lenovo's website if that is in fact the case. But with that, let's set it up, turn it on, and see what kind of hardware Granny's packing. Oh, it's kind of like floppily attached like that. Wow, that just pops open like that. I've already noticed my favorite thing in the world. We've got McAfee just pinned to the taskbar down here. Let's see what other VD Granny has to deal with. yeah, that's kind of it. In terms of CPU, we've got a Pentium 7505, a dual-core 4-thread powerhouse, which I'm very curious to see how it performs. The iGPU we're gaming with just says UHD graphics, which is a great sign. Oh! It's got a touchscreen! I just noticed that. I was gonna like sarcastically point at the Intel UHD graphics, but that's pretty cool. Ooh, and finally we've got a single 8 gig stick of 3200 MHz RAM. Now, the fact that that's one of two does imply that the RAM is upgradable. So after I do the first round of gaming tests, I will try and break the back off and then see how easy it is to upgrade the RAM configuration. But for now, let's try and play some games. Whoa, this display is surprisingly good. It looks nice. Ooh, Pentium, you spoil us with 30 frames per second. That has dipped down to the 20s once we go outside. Oh, it looks so terrible. Is this really running at 1080p? It's so pixelated. I guess GTA 5 really needs the bit of anti-aliasing. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this drive in GTA 5. It's not going great. We're hovering just above 24 frames per second, which, in all fairness, we don't need more than that, you know? The eye can't see more. Oh yeah, it's this kind of GTA 5 experience. Ew. Oh yeah, this is going very well. At least the fact that the floor isn't rendering does give us quite a frame rate boost. Oh yeah, there's just buildings popping in and out of existence. That doesn't break immersion at all. Hey, look at that. At 720p, the buildings are staying in place. And we're almost getting 40 frames per second. I don't know, for granny gaming, this is pretty impressive in this 70-year-old game. Oh, and it also does my favorite thing where the iGPU is bottlenecked by the CPU it's attached to. Now, as we all know, grannies love Fortnite, so I'm gonna give this a bit of a try. I'm gonna use performance mode because it apparently is meant for it to run on potatoes like this. So let's see what kind of performance we get with this. Damn, this is some next level Fortnite going on here. Oh, there's a player here. No way! That guy actually lost. Yeah, not meaning to bully children, but I feel like that person needs to uninstall Fortnite. That was great. And after that brief distraction, I turned my toxicity back to the granny system. The performance mode is trying real hard to get Fortnite running on this system. And it's not even because of the UHD graphics. I've never seen an iGPU bottleneck this hard. Ooh, it looks like Granny is gonna have a tough time pawning noobs in CSGO, at least at 1080p. Ah, yes, that feels way better. Can you? Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Can't game with the touchscreen. Ew, it does look like DOTA isn't quite on the menu for Granny. This is 1080p low settings, but with like 50% render resolution, so it looks like garbage and it's not actually running at 1080p. Now, this was a bot match, and because of the CPU situation, I'm sure a real game of Dota would perform better, but I wasn't willing to grief a game with actual people in it using this system, so I decided to move on to something a bit more demanding. Now, when it comes to Battlefield 5 at 720p low settings, aside from again highlighting that hilarious CPU bottleneck, but it's, I was gonna say not too bad, but 30 frames per second is not playable in Battlefield 5. But maybe we can do something about it. Let's drop the resolution scale to 25% at 720p and see what happens. Well, aside from it looking like the game's being censored, it's not made a huge difference to the frame rate because, well, we were CPU bottlenecked anyway. I then very optimistically tried to play some Cyberpunk, which went well. Okay, never mind, that's not a thing that's gonna happen. So I guess now we get to tear this bad boy open and see how we can upgrade it. Now when it comes to upgrading, I think this slot on the bottom of the display is maybe where we add more RAM. Which was some real wishful thinking on my part, because obviously it wasn't going to be that easy. Oh, it's just like a hot swappable storage mount. Useful, but not what we're looking for. Also, I don't see a way to get deeper into the system through that hole, so I guess we're gonna have to start looking under things like this. Hey, there we go, there's a screw. Oh, that just like popped the whole world out. Which is where I ran into a bit of a roadblock. Nothing else I did led to more of the world popping out. And after ages of struggling, I ended up on Lenovo's website where they have video guides about how to tear down their products, which is pretty cool. So according to Lenovo, you have to kind of pry this bit off. Oh yeah, there you go. Yes, and then with this, you can remove the stand. But once I got the stand off was when the real brutality started. If you look at the Lenovo video of a different model, you like really have to go to town on the base of it to get it open. Like that man is doing some terrible things to that. Oh, this is the display. I'm definitely breaking some in here. It really does not feel like this is meant to open up. There we go. Oh, I don't think I was meant to do that. Oh, oh. Oh. That was the worst opening I think I've ever had to do on a device. Traumatized, I examined the system for irreparable damage and then unscrewed the back to see what kind of upgrading we could do. And then this should just, oh, we're finally inside. Now, aside from the fact that you essentially have to break apart space-time to get in here, it's surprisingly upgradable in here. You can replace the Wi-Fi card, you can upgrade the M.2 storage. Granny can even upgrade the laptop RAM it uses once she destroys it open. Our cute little Celeron's under here with one huge heat pipe that runs to a pretty substantial bit of heatsink up here with a big blower fan. It's a reasonably neat solution. They just need to make it way easier to get inside. With that, let's drop some more RAM in here. Cool, so now that we've upgraded the Grannytron, we just have to break it back together and then see how much more gaming performance we got. Now, I also asked Anna to go out and buy the granniest mousepad she could find. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure this is the exact mousepad my grandmother used for years. And with that addition, it's finally time to experience the granny gaming setup in its full power. Oh, I did do a bit of damage to the display, look at that. But on the bright side, the RAM is running at its full 3200 megahertz, which is good. Whoa, GTA 5 is running a lot better with the 16 gigs of RAM. You can see that it's immediately used a lot more than it had available initially, and it feels better. I mean, granted, this is still 720p low settings, so it's not an impressive result, but it's better. Oh wait, let's see if it works with 1080p now. Oh yeah, no, it's still, okay, no, it's still doing that. On the bright side, the built-in benchmark went from this at 720p low settings. What is happening?
5 minutes later.
I've literally never seen that happen before. To actually running, so that's a lot better. Hey, look at 720p CSGO running like a beast. It's a bit stuttery, but we are getting not quite 100 frames per second, depending on where we're looking. Whoa, Fortnite is doing way better. Look at that. We can, I mean, I was about to say we can see individual leaves, but it is still very blobby. I mean, there you have it. All Granny needs to do to get a reasonable 1080p Fortnite experience is savage the back of her device and put some new RAM in it, which seems very reasonable to me. Interestingly, this granny gaming setup did cost very similar to the gaming setup in the previous video, but performed quite a lot worse. So there is that. If you missed that video, a suggestion for it will pop up in a second. Other than that, thank you for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.